Life of Sri Adi Shankaracharya. Shankara's birth and childhood. Shankara was born on 788 AD, which is about 1,200 years ago. His parents were Shivaguru and Ariyamba. They prayed to Lord Shiva for a child. Lord Shiva came in Shivaguru's dream and gave him the option of an ordinary child who will live for a long time or a brilliant child who will live for 16 years. He chose the child who will live for 16 years. Shivaguru died when Shankara was 3 years old. Shankara had thread ceremony at age of 5 and went to a Gurukula. He learned all spiritual studies in 2 years that would normally take 20 years to learn.
As per Gurukulam practice, Shankara went from house to house to receive alms. One day, Shankara went to a house of a poor lady. The lady did not have a single grain of rice in her house. All she had was a single amla fruit. She immediately gave this amla fruit to Shankara. Shankara was moved by her selflessness and prayed to Goddess Lakshmi in a beautiful stotram which is called Kanakadara Stotram. Goddess Lakshmi appeared in person and showered a rain of golden coins on the poor lady's house.
Shankara wanted to take sannyasa, renounce to the world, but his mother would not agree. One day, when Shankara was taking a bath in the river, a crocodile caught hold of his leg. Shankara called out to his mother. Aryamba came running and was horrified. She cried as she did not know how to help her son. Shankara asked his mother for permission to take sannyasa since he was about to die. His mother gave consent and the crocodile miraculously released Shankara.
Meeting his guru. Shankara then went in the search of a guru. At the banks of the river Narmada, he met the sage Govinda Bhagavatpada, who accepted him as his disciple. His guru taught Vedic knowledge and the principle of Advaita to Shankara.
One day, the Narmada River was gushing forth into floods and destroying the villages. By using his powers, Shankara gathered the water in his small pot and saved them. After some years, his guru directed Shankara to go out in the world and spread the truth throughout the country.
Shankara's first disciple, Padmapada. Sanatana was Shankara's first disciple. Other disciples were jealous. Shankara wanted to show all of them the greatness of Sanatana's devotion. When Sanatana was on the other side of the river, Shankara called, "Oh, Sanatana, come here quick." Hearing this, Sanatana began to run across the river. His devotion made lotuses pop up in the river at each step and prevented him from drowning. Thus he earned the name Padmapada.
Shankara's disciples, Sureshwara. Mandana Mishra was a great scholar who had a debate with Shankara. The loser would become the disciple of the winner. After days of debating, Mandana Mishra accepted defeat. Along with his wife, they became Shankara's disciples. He was named Sureshwara.
Shankara's disciples, Totaka. Totaka's original name was Giri. All the other disciples thought that Giri wasn't very smart and they made him wash clothes. One time Giri was late for the class. When Shankara waited for Giri, the other disciples made fun of him. Shankara decided to teach them a lesson and transferred his knowledge to Giri. When Giri came in, he composed the Totakashtakam, singing the praise of his guru. Thus he earned the name Totaka.
Shankara's disciples, Hastamalaka. A family had a child who had not spoken his whole life. The parents brought the child to Shankara. Shankara asked the child to speak, and the child suddenly uttered words of wisdom. Shankara took the child as his disciple. He named him Hastamalaka. Hastamalaka means who holds knowledge like a gooseberry in his palm.
Shringari, the first Pitam. One day when Shankara was walking through the forest, Near a place called Sringeri, he saw a very odd sight. There was a cobra hooding a frog which was giving birth. Later on, he established the first Pitam with a temple for goddess Sharada Devi. He chose this place because he thought it was very auspicious based on what he saw.
Meeting sage Vyasa. When Shankara was 16, an old Brahmin questioned him about Shankara's Brahma Sutra Bhashyam. Shankara was astounded by his intelligence as they continued their discussion. The arguments continued for days, and the more Shankara argued, his ideas crystallized further until he realized that the old man was none other than sage Vyasa, the author of the Brahma Sutras. Vyasa said, "I am pleased with your Bhashyam. I bless that you should live another 16 years so that you spread this knowledge throughout the country."
Shankara set up 4 Pitams at each corner of India to spread Vedic knowledge. Puri, east; Sringeri, south; Dwarka, west; and Badrinath, north. He assigned disciples to take care of each of them. In the east, the Govardhana Pitam in Puri, managed by Hastamanaka Acharya. In the south, the Sharada Pitam in Sringeri, managed by Sureshwara Acharya. In the west, the Kalika Pitam in Dwaraka, managed by Padmapada Acharya. And in the north, the Jyotirmata Pitam in Badrinath, managed by Totaka Acharya.